Hello, everyone. It's Mecha-san here. Oh boy, we have arrived to the fairy tale I'm sure a lot of people have been wanting to see, wanting to hear. Well, those of you who haven't bought the Fairy Tale of Remnant book, at least, because we know the true story behind this fairy tale. But now we get to learn what the people of Remnant are told about this, what the children are. This fairy tale was mentioned by Pyrrha at first, A Girl in the Tower. RWBY Fairy Tales, Season 1, Episode 5. Salem's fairy tale. Boy. Not every story has a happily ever after. Oh boy, yeah. Now, from what we know of the actual event here, is Salem's father was a wicked man who locked her up, kept her a bird in a cage, until Ozma came in as the knight in shining armor and freed her. And it all looked happy there until obviously it went bad. After that. So yeah. You know, Ozma caught an illness, he died, and Salem went on her quest to try to revive. Oh boy. Because I know at least one of the fairy tales, it was made by Salem to make herself feel sympathetic.
A beautiful girl was locked in a tower by her cruel father. He was not always that way. But when her mother died in childbirth, it devastated him.
Yeah. That happens.
He vowed he would never lose his daughter. So he locked her away.
Father, why won't you let me leave this tower?
Salem, and I saw a thumbnail.
You are my most precious possession. I am protecting you
Possession?
from everything outside that could harm you.
But I'll be careful. I promise.
This was your mother's favorite tower. She loved gazing out this very window. Why would you want to leave it?
Got him.
I just wish I knew what life was like outside this room.
Since you cannot go out into the world, perhaps these will bring the world to you.
Oh boy, yeah. And though she started reading, look at that.
The world in these books.
But it just made her,
Marvelous place.
makes her want the world more, to experience it herself,
Tomorrow I'll
not
be
just
16, and I have never even stepped outside.
Oh boy.
Huh.
Uh-oh. All those 6 to your birthday, huh?
Thank you, dearest father, for these wonderful gifts.
Anything for my daughter on her 16th birthday?
There is one thing I still desire.
What is that, my darling?
Pen and paper, that is all. I have read every book in this castle, and now there are none left. I would like to write my own stories.
It shall be yours. I hope you will read these stories to me.
Of course, father.
Oh, no.
Once there lived a beautiful maiden locked in a high tower by her cruel lord father.
Cruel Lord Father.
She longed to experience the world outside.
The story of Rapunzel taking a twist.
But she was his prisoner. If only some brave, strong
There we
warrior
are.
would defeat the evil lord. and
Manipulative.
free her at last.
But I don't blame her, this raid.
Inherit all of her father's riches and live happily ever after.
Just as she planned, the story of the girl's tragic circumstances spread far and wide.
Okay, wow.
And then the Lord's worst nightmare came true.
Yep.
One warrior after another arrived to challenge his might.
The scepter.
Steal
Nah.
the girl away from him.
Nah. It's probably.
And just as many fell to the Lord's powerful evil
You brought
magic,
evil, yeah.
until one day a brave new challenger came.
Ozma.
This hero, armed with his own powerful magic, at last defeated the cruel Lord.
And went off to save. And with the magic, yeah, because magic was common, so.
You have rescued me from this castle, the girl said. So now it is yours.
Oh, okay. That's weird.
I only came to right a terrible wrong, the hero said. You rescued yourself. Where shall we go now? Wherever you like. You are the one who has yet to see the world. And here we are at the end. This fairy
At the
tale
end,
is
yeah.
unique on Remnant, in that the protagonist writes her own story and her own ending.
Yeah.
Storytellers hold great power over their audiences. The girl in the tower used her power and led many warriors to their deaths. We must read with some skepticism and decide the truth for ourselves. Because in real life, there is no happily ever after.
Looking to pick up some merch for the holidays? Well,
So, was that the final? Was that it? That was the final episode of Fairy Tales of Remnant, for Fairy Tales here for this season. Oh boy, but let's just say this here, because I noticed this in the thumbnail as well. If we take a look,
That is
oh,
all.
good scene right here. Look familiar to anyone? Remove this, and that's John's emblem, the Ark family emblem. Okay, I gotta wonder, because it's a fan theory I heard about here where possibly there's some correlation between the two here, but that wouldn't make any sense, because keep in mind, Salem, Ozma, they're from a generation a surviving generation of humanity. Extinct, that were wiped off. And every human after that, technically even Ozma, because he reincarnates, it's their second time around here. They came out of the pit. Salem is the only living first gen human on Remnant, if you will. Everyone else is second generation. So how? It's like, unless this symbol, like this could be Salem's symbol, and who knows? Could there be connection to the Ark family with when Ozma and Salem were together ruling things over? It's ancient history. There's gotta be something. But we see the story right here, where this is true. This is accurate here, and I can't. And at least in this stage, I can't blame Salem for what she's done. Her father wasn't being cruel, but he was being a helicopter father, basically, like keeping her locked up. I mean, I thought that the whole thing, like mother died in childbirth, so to be like he blames Salem for being like some unholy offspring or some crap like that, but no, it was something that she just didn't. She was afraid to lose her, and in the end, that's what drove her apart. Like, that's the moral here. The more you try to hold on to something so tight, never want to let go, hold on to everything, eventually that's when you lose all. That's when you set yourself up to lose everything. That's what happened. In a way, I can't really blame Salem here. Again, she was a 16-year-old. She was sheltered in a tower here. And so yeah, like 16-year-old. Why? Age well. Like, I thought she was in her 20s by now. But Yeah, again, 16-year-old teenager. They're gonna make some pretty dumb decisions. In this case, when you're sheltered like this and you want to get out, you do anything. So the fact that she resorted to this and it can get a lot of people killed, which, to be fair, like, she didn't realize just how bad it was. She probably never realized how powerful her father was in the magic department. I mean, look at that. Yeah, you caused this. You're to blame, but at the same time, you were pretty innocent as well here because, well, how are you supposed to know? How were you supposed to know this would happen? That your father would resort to this? He even though he locked her up in the tower, he's trying to be as kind as possible to her, giving her everything she requires. So, yeah. But we also see the obvious downside here, like this handmaiden. I wonder what the story with the handmaid, with this handmaiden or lady in waiting or whoever she is, who gave her all these books here, and we saw everything. Like, yeah, she read about the world outside the castle through these books, and cliche enough, that made her that made her want to go out more.
Tomorrow I'll be 16, and I have never even stepped outside.
like that look, but yeah, tomorrow she'll be 16, never stepped outside, and after reading all those books, she wants to see the world. I mean, yeah, this guy brought this upon himself here, and oh boy, yeah. Now Ozma came and saved. Makes me wonder though, like how many years did it take here? Because I doubt it was in the same year. Who knows? But like, did she try this? I gotta wonder. After seeing all this here, seeing all the people that died, what did she do after seeing all that? Like that. There is the last one. So yeah, it's this bit of visual storytelling says that one still on her desk was the one that she sent and Ozma picked up. Alright, it could just be throwing us off, but was she truly horrified that she decided to stop? Like, she decided to stop doing that? Like, because, yeah, you're the one who brought them all to their death, basically. Did she actually send that one off, or did she just stop writing? Stop writing, stop sending those messages, and the ones that got out, the one like Ozma got here, is just one of the many, like we saw many that she tossed out the window. We don't know, but yeah. So yeah. You turn to that. And I think it's nice to see Ozpin as well after so long like this. I like to say that I am a supporter of what Ozpin has been doing here, keeping the whole truth a secret, because let's face it, pretty much what he feared happened. Seeing him like this is so wow. Seeing Beacon as well. Even if it's like this. The mug. It's supposed to be hot chocolate, right? I think it is. It's Kane, which it's probably like it's gotta be his old scepter in a way. Like we always thought that's the relic. Nah, like we know it's his. We know it has. We know what it can do now, but I gotta wonder if it's his repurposed scepter that Salem kept, and eventually gave to him. And he, after their little breakup, he just recovered. That ending actually got me almost teared up there, teared up though, because yeah, it seemed happy at first. It seemed like a happy ending, but their life was just beginning, and we know how their life ends, or at least goes on to be like. So yeah, free the girl from the tower, happy ending. Or is it? Like, what happens after? Like, we never bothered to ask that. Like, what happens after the release from the tower and everything? But yeah, moral is that there's not always happy endings. Even when something looks like it's good, down the line it can go bad. So yeah, that was it here. Could this really be the only 5 episodes of the first season of Fairy Tales of Remnant? And wait and see. Maybe next week we'll have another one or something. I don't know. So everyone, thank you for watching. As always, comment below what you all thought. Like and subscribe for more videos. Till next one, this is Mecha-san, logging out.